Hello, good afternoon. Hope you're well. Our sewing event, of course, is still very much in full swing. It's on until tomorrow at 6 p.m, OK? And everything that you buy in the show entitles you to a place in our draw. And you might win yourself £763 worth of goodies. So that's something to look forward to. And this show already is proving very, very popular. Lots of you shopping ahead of us on the website, which is hochanda.com. OK, now I'm going to see Nicola in a second. Have a look at the website, though, because there are all the goodies that we've got for you, including these fantastic templates that are, two of them are new and one's backed by popular demand that sold out last time. We're talking about our house templates, so they're all there if you want to have a little look, and we'll run through them, of course, in the show as well. Hello, Nicola. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good to see you.
Yeah,
welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
That's all right. Now, these house templates, these are really kind of popular demand. The smaller ones sold out before, didn't they?
Yeah, I've got two versions of house templates this time.
Right.
Because last time I launched, and it was a launch, I launched the little house templates, which are English paper piecing.
Right. And we've got those back.
We've got those back because when I launched them, they sold out. So we've got them back. But because they were so popular and my Quilt As You Go templates are so popular, I decided to make a Quilt As You Go template as well.
And here it is. Now you're going to get, this is the 4-inch one, okay? And I never realised just how versatile this particular shape is, but when you see what you can do with this, it's quite amazing. This box here has been made with it as well, because the roof of the house becomes the base of the box. How clever is that?
You know, that was a complete fluke as well, Dave. I was getting the templates ready for the show, and I was, because they come to me, I have to peel all the plastics off and things. It's a pretty tedious job, but so my brain just went into super drive, and I suddenly thought, actually, if you put 4 together, you can form a box. So I had to make it. Yeah,
absolutely. So, I think a lot of people buying these will be doing just that as well. Let's just have a little look at some of the things that you've made.
And you get instructions for this.
You can make this. This is the advent calendar, as you can see here. So you can make them into little pockets.
Yeah, look at that. And so there's 25 there, not a traditional, not the 24, but there's 25. But you could do 4 rows of 6, is that right, for 24? Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
You could do 4 rows of 6, and I've got, in the large template instructions, you get the instructions to make the pockets.
Okay.
And the numbers for the back.
And we also got this to show you too.
Yeah, this is using some of the fabrics I've got coming up.
This fabric with the letters of the alphabet is really, really cool. I love it. So this again, the cross in the centre is the house. Because all the 4 roofs join together to make that centre point, but then you've got a cross out of it as well. So how cool are those? And
I've used the same fabric on that one.
Right.
So you can mix it up. You can put a different fabric inside, like on the boxes here. On that one, you can see I've used a different fabric on the inside, and the backing is a different fabric. So you can really mix it up and play about with it. It's really good.
Well, that one is the 4-inch, and of course you've got the inside and you've got the outside as well. I'll just show them to you with a black background so it stands out a little bit more. You can use them in your card making, of course, as well, not just for...
Yeah, of course.
So there's your 4-inch. That's £14.39. That's a delivered price if you're a Freedom member. Over 10% of the stock's already gone.
No.
Yeah, 151510, the item number. We also then have the 2-inch version as well, which is just as versatile. This again, you're getting both of them, the inside and the outside, so you can see the difference in the sizes there. So this is the 2-inch version, and we've got some things that have been made with the 2-inch.
Yeah, the very cute little box, Dave.
Oh, look at this.
I've only just finished that.
Look at that. So it's basically the same as the big box we just showed you, but with a lid on.
So that's 5 of the houses rather than 4 of the houses, and the 5th house becomes the lid. I haven't made that one. This is my prototype, and I would do things slightly different, so I'll tell you about that.
Okay.
Because that's a bit spongy. It didn't quite work.
I think it looks fantastic. A little ring box in there or a piece of jewellery in there.
You know, sometimes you'd like to give a little gift to your friend, but it seems too little to give. You know, like if you bought a nice stamp or a nice little candle or something, you could make a nice little box to go, oh, and then it suddenly elevates the present.
And this is the 2-inch as well. I mean, these could also be beach huts. Where I live, there's thousands and thousands of beach huts. These could be beach huts or garden sheds if you want to.
You know what inspired me for this?
What?
Brighton. I went to a day trip with my family, and I saw this postcard with all these lovely brightly coloured houses, and I thought, oh, I want to do a quilt like that.
Yeah, and it's fab. It really is fantastic. And again, this is all that shape. You've got obviously the ones pointing up that are the brightly coloured ones, and then the other fabric pointing down is the monochrome, which is in the show. That fabric's in the show. So £10.79 if you want the set of the 2-inch ones. And you do get, of course, do you get instructions with this one?
Yeah, you get instructions with everything.
Okay.
Photographic instructions.
There we go. So photographic instructions are included. So the 2-inch is just £10.79 delivered if you're a Freedom member. 723811. Now this is the one that's sold out. Okay, we've been able to get more of them. These are the same sort of idea in that they're house templates, but these are for English paper piecing.
They are.
They are cute. You get 4 different templates.
You get a 1-inch, a 1.5 inch, a 2-inch and a 2.5 inch. And you can use them in all sort of combinations as well. So you can cut your papers in the little size, or in any of the sizes you can cut your papers to create 4 different size houses. This is the 1-inch.
Now this is your laptop case.
It is my personal laptop case.
Look at that. That is so cool.
And that's all hand sewn. But it's a lovely project to take on the go because you can do each individual one, you can stitch them together, and I've just used scraps. That's all that was scraps, because I love a good neutral, as people will know, and I just used all my scraps on that.
But I love what you've done there, just kind of picked out one cross of them in you know, a splash of bright colours, and then the rest of it quite neutral.
And the lining is a splash.
Oh yeah.
But that is just a quilt. But that's been folded, and then I've stitched up the side. So I've just measured my laptop, added 1/4 of an inch on each of the sides, did it treble or just under treble lengthwise, folded it up, stitched down the side. Excellent. So you're just making a quilt.
It's brilliant, and they're all 4 of them: the 1/2 inch, the 1 inch, the 1.5, and the 2 inch. And look at that one behind us. That quilt is absolutely gorgeous. That's using the.
That's the big. That's the 2 inch. So not the biggest one. That's the 2 inch, and that fits on a jelly roll.
Right.
So if you've got jelly rolls at home and you don't know what to do, that quilt was made with a jelly roll.
Wow.
With leftovers.
Really popular, these at the moment. If you missed them last time, glad to say they're back in stock. But we now have the 2-inch and the 4-inch houses as well, which you can, of course, use for your quilt as you go techniques. Brilliant. Okay. Very busy for that. Now, the cushion as well. We've got this in the show. This is great.
Thank you. Well, this is, again, this is the little 1-inch little house. I forgot what I was saying then, Dave. And that comes as a kit form.
Right.
There are 48 different colours in that.
So that is actually coming with it. You're getting the 1-inch house template.
Do everything. You get the backing, the zips, everything you need to make it, even the freezer paper to cut your little houses out of.
Okay, now obviously putting together here to make it look like rings and hoops and so on. £25.19 for the rainbow cushion kit. You also get the zips, as you say. You get the backing paper, but there's 2 colour choices, isn't there, with this one?
There's. Oh, well, I'll have
you can either have the white backing or the cream backing.
Yeah, we've not got much of the cream left, but we've got this beautiful white.
So there's the white backing. So the actual front will be the same, but the backing will be slightly different. That's the white backing if you want that one. The cream backing is this one just here, which, as you can see,
show the cushion the other way.
Yeah, oh, that's true. Yeah, that's that one. That's the cream backing. So similar, but just a little bit darker. £25.19. Everything apart from the cushion pad is included, and even your little bits of fabric there.
Cute.
Yeah, really cute. And you just, well, basically just put that over the top.
Yeah, you cut. We use the template. You cut out your papers, and then the paper gets stuck onto the fabric because it's iron. You can iron it on. I was going to say ironable.
Ironable. Iron on.
Iron on.
Iron on. Yeah.
And then you fold and sew.
Okay, fantastic. So that kit complete is £27.99, but Freedom members, because everything's got a Freedom price, £25.19p. Perfect. Delivered. Now, fat quarters. Now, these are lovely bright colours. You're getting 1, 2, 3, 4 of these fat quarters. Yep,
and a fat quarter, I've ironed some of these so that you can see how large they are.
Great.
They're a big chunk of fabric.
Yeah, you could do a lot with them.
Yeah, and for the large quilt as you go house, you can get quite a few out of there.
You're getting the pink with the white spots.
Yeah,
you're getting,
shall I hold for you?
Yeah, go on, thanks. You're getting the purple with the stars.
So
may
cute.
look like dots from a distance, but when you get up close, they are actually stars. You've then got your beautiful turquoise with the white dots as well.
I just love putting colours together, Dave, so I thought...
They're great colours, aren't they? And then you've got this one, which is a real explosion of flowers. Wow. £12.59 then. 100% cotton for your bright themed fat quarter bundle. And you get, it's 5, isn't it?
4.
4.
Yeah.
4 fat quarters for just £13.99. There they are.
We've made a mess now, look.
That's me that makes the mess, not you, it's me. Now, we've got the black and white. Now, these were used on one of the quilts we held up a few minutes ago. The monochrome, this is going to be a popular choice.
Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
Wonderful. You've got musical notes, you've got black and white dots, you've got a small ditsy dotty one there as well, and also the circles as well, the monochrome circles. Now these are brand new today as well, aren't they?
Yeah, and they're from a company called Macawa. So if you know your fabrics, you know they're good quality cottons.
Yeah, you can feel they're great quality cottons.
Yeah.
Look at this one with the dancing musical notes. Love that.
That's amazing, isn't it?
That's great. Real kind of celebration, that. Just...
It's really quite hard to get good black and white prints as well, and especially with a white background, like a predominantly white background, it's very hard.
And there you've got your dots, your circular dots. Really retro, love that one.
That looks really good on TV.
It does, doesn't it? And this is white background, but kind of scribbled dots on this one.
They're not solid, are they?
No. Looks like you could try and draw them with a pen or something like
I did. It took me ages.
And then this one, this is just dots everywhere.
This one took me even longer.
Look at that. Wow. That is
They're
lovely.
sort of in circles. I've worked with them and I haven't really noticed until seeing them.
Yeah. They are circles.
On the screen, that they're like circles.
Beautiful. £12.59 is the price for those. Again, 4 really good big fat quarters on that one.
Yep.
And then we've got Christmas, which is just here now.
Yes, I brought these back because of my advent calendar. So
Okay.
I've used a lot of these in my advent calendar. Isn't that the cutest?
Absolutely. And to cut that into strips would be so easy to do as well if you wanted to.
Yeah, you could do. I mean, I've just used it randomly on my advent calendar, but you could go to town and cut strips and decorate things with it.
Then you've got your festive red with the stars. That's just like the one we showed you a few minutes ago.
A little ditzy star.
Beautiful. Then we've got a monochrome sheet here as well.
Oh, isn't that 60s?
I mean, that's not just Christmas,
No,
that's
not
generic.
Yeah, you could use that all year round. The only one that's Christmas is the first one, really.
And this one has got almost like a hallmark of holly.
It's lovely, isn't it?
There we go.
I didn't iron that one very well, did I, Dave?
It's probably me correcting it. There we go, there's your little imprint of holly. Really lovely. So that's £12.79 for those 4 as well. The boldest one, though, is undoubtedly Christmas. There we go, look.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
With all the
Look
Christmas
at those
characters.
little birds.
Love it. Okay, and then finally down the end here, these are half metres. I do love this.
You were struck with these,
Yeah,
weren't you?
I like anything like this. And you'll probably fall in love with them as well. You've got the dark grey, and then you've got the kind of off-white, but you've got letters of the alphabet, uppercase and lowercase, and numbers as well.
And numbers, yeah.
Imagine a couple of cushions like that on a lovely...
Yeah, you wouldn't even have to do anything. You could just make... And they're half metres, so you could get...
I can see those on my...
get quite nice sized cushions.
I can see those on my sofa, definitely.
Do you want me to stop those demos and make you some cushions?
That's what I'm angling for.
Are you aiming for that?
So that's your half metre. You get 2 of those, one in the light grey and one in the dark grey. Yeah, you're falling in love with these as well. We're very busy on the phones.
Crikey.
Nearly 10% of the stock of this is gone.
Oh, wow.
One of the hottest colours around at the moment. Look at that.
Grey. Isn't it lovely?
And if you wanted to, think about maybe cutting them into squares.
Yeah,
you could maybe make them into coasters if you wanted to do.
Yeah.
That'd look cool, wouldn't it?
Or even on a card.
Yeah.
And decorate, like the... before with mixed media and things,
Yeah.
would be amazing.
Only £12.59. You get the light grey and the dark grey, 100% cotton.
And half metres.
I think these are going to sell out.
That's because you like them the most, isn't it?
That's not the reason they're going to sell out. They are gorgeous. They really are gorgeous. We're getting very busy phone lines for that. 351966. Please use the website if you can, hochanda.com. All the templates are going, so are the fabrics as well. Everything, remember, is at a freedom price because it's our event, our sewing event. Ready, set, sew. It comes to an end tomorrow at 6 o'clock. So all day today and all day tomorrow, those offers are still going to be on. And of course, any purchase you make in any sewing show gets you into the draw to win this. Tomorrow, I think in final call, we'll be announcing the winner of this. Someone that's bought something over the week-long event will be receiving this. £763 worth of goodies from lots of suppliers that we have here at Hochanda. Anyone who loves their soft craft will be absolutely won over to get this. Worth 763 quid. It could be you that wins it if you buy something in the show. We've got Marathon Threads there, Craft Yourself Silly. They've supplied a few things. We've got the Builder Bot from Gemini in there as well. Tons and tons of things. Mill Shop Online, there's some stuff from them as well. So
Got
could
my
be yours.
templates in there.
Oh, I think you
There's
put some stuff.
templates
Oh, great.
in
Okay.
there. Yeah.
Good. Some of Nicola's templates in there as well. So it could be you that wins that tomorrow. Announced at, or in, I think, the 5 o'clock show tomorrow afternoon. Final call between 5 and 6. Right, Nicola, over to you.
My iron is on, so be careful, Dave.
Okay.
I don't want to burn you.
All right.
So I am going to show you the 4-inch Quilt As You Go house, but how to make the pocket for the Advent calendar.
Okay.
So start off, and on my centre template, if you're new to quilting, you haven't got all the rules and gadgets. I've had a score line put on my house template,
Right.
so that you can use that for your square.
Okay, great.
So if you cut out a 4-inch section and then you line that up, you can cut it so you've got your 4-inch square. So you could use that for other things as well.
Okay, brilliant.
Okay, so I have cut a 4-inch square in this dot fabric, and what we want to do is on one edge we're going to turn under 1/4 of an inch, and I'm just going to press that under, and then I better put that like that, otherwise it fall off the table.
Right.
And then I'm double turning it over again 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to cheat a bit because I forgot I needed to sew this down, and I don't want to get the machine out, and then I'm going to cheat. So bear with.
That's all right.
Just imagine that's stitched.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to stitch along there on our sewing machine. You can see that clearly.
We got
Dave?
good imagination. We can imagine that.
You can do that, and I've pre-cut a little number out to stick on the front. And what I'm going to do is fold my pocket in half that way. I'm not going to iron it though, I'm just finger pressing that in half. And that's the top of the pocket with that lovely stitch line that
Very
I've done
nice.
so neatly. I am a bit of a fruitcake, I'm really sorry. And then I've got
We love you.
I've got my number cut out already, and I've used a bonder web on the back, and I'm just going to score at the back with my pin. And I'm going to peel that off, she says.
You're causing queues on our phones as well, Nicola.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that happened last time. A friend of mine called in to try and get something and she couldn't get through.
Well, they're 1:40 long, the queues at the moment, so not the end of the world, but please, if you could use the website, there won't be a queue, hochanda.com.
Lovely.
You're loving the
Thank
templates,
you.
you're loving the fabrics.
So I've just placed that, where I've scored that line, that gives me the centre, and I'm just going to press that number on there. And again, can you see my invisible stitching around that number?
It's immaculate.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It is.
So I'm going to give that a bit of press to get the score lines out. Now I'm going to turn this over, because now I've got to take my sections of my Quilt As You Go. So I'm starting with the large backing of the house.
So that's the 4-inch.
This is all 4-inch, but this is the larger template.
Right, yeah.
So I've pre-cut all of these because I've cut them a few times on Hochanda, and I thought I'll leave that bit out. We'll get to the interesting stuff.
We all know how to cut around a template, don't we? So
yeah, exactly. Either with a rotary cutter or with a pencil and scissors. So I've cut that out and I've placed it with the wrong side facing me. And I'm going to take my big template and place that over the top. Now, because I've used a template to cut, it's exactly right. And this is the beauty of my Quilt As You Go. So any of my Quilt As You Go templates, you have this centre cut out for you. That means that you can place your central piece properly in the centre, because if you don't get your bindings accurate.
Right, got you.
Okay, so I've got my wadding and I slip that into the centre there. So I know that's dead in the centre. And then I've got my main fabric, and that goes on top.
That's your festive fat quarter.
Yeah, and I'm going to cheat again. I'm going to then place my pocket over the top. Now I'm going to pin this in place. What I would recommend you do, that I haven't done and I'm not going to do,
Right.
this is like what you should do but I'm not doing, is when you take this off, this is now dead in the centre.
Right.
And what I would have done before I did this was tack this pocket onto that main fabric.
Yep, right.
But we haven't got time for all that.
Well, we get the gist of it.
We get the gist of it. So now what I'm going to do is start folding. And because I'm going to do this on the machine, I'm going to do all of the edges all at the same time, so then I can sew it. So I'm turning over... Oh, sorry, I was talking and not telling you what I was doing. I've turned the first edge over to meet the raw edge of the centre.
Yeah.
And then I've turned that over the top of the fabric. And I'm just going to pin.
Okay.
And do that again at this end. Just move these so I'm not...
Now, Nicola, 20 minutes into the show, half the stock of the 4-inch template has gone. If you want the 4-inch, the look on your face at it all. $15.99 if you're not a Freedom member, or $14.39 if you are, for the 4-inch Quilt As You Go house. And just to show you about the versatility, while you're looking at the wider shot there, this quilt in front of me is made up of nothing other than house templates, because you've got the actual house itself that stands out in the multicoloured fabric, but next to it you've got the plain houses. So all of this quilt has been made using the house template.
Yeah, and that is the English paper piecing little houses.
Right.
So that's not Quilt As You Go, that's the English paper piecing.
So that's a set of 4 paper piecing ones, but you don't really see the fact that that's the house shape until you really kind of scrutinise it. You can see all the multicoloured houses, but next to it there's the plain versions. Now, 40% of the English paper piecing one's gone as well, the set of 4. So you get, what were the sizes again that you get?
You get a 1 inch,
1 inch,
1.5 inch, 2 inch, and a 2.5 inch.
2.5 inch.
Yeah, and the things on top of that quilt there, Dave, I've used using the templates from the English paper piecing templates.
So this is the 2.5 inch one, is it?
That was made for me by Steph, so I can't remember what one she did. I think that's the 2 inch. I think that's the 2 inch.
How cool are they as key rings? How cool is this bag? Fabulous.
And there's a card over there as well, Dave. So you don't have to limit it to just sewing. You can use it in your card making as well.
So we said before, yes, it's a house. It can be a garden shed. It could be a beach hut. It can be just a shape that you put together to create fantastic patterned quilts. So really handy templates to have in 3 different sizes today. Well, it's actually more than 3 different sizes. We've got the 4 inch, we've got the 2 inch, and we've also got the English paper piecing, all 4 different sizes.
So I'm nearly getting to the end, and I'm going to press this so that I'm then ready to go to my sewing machine. So as you can see, you can do these in bulk as well. So you can get them all ready so you can stitch them all in one go on the sewing machine. It looks a bit like a voodoo doll with all the pins. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to press over. I'm not using steam, so I'm just going to give it a good press. And then I'm going to sew round it. So I think that will do it. And I've got to get my sewing machine ready.
Well, while you're doing that, we'll give you a quick reminder of what's in the show. Here are the item numbers and the pictures of what you can go for. 4-inch proving very, very popular. That's what we're using in the demo at the moment, okay? You've also got some number templates there as well if you are planning to make like an advent calendar with it. $14.39 for the 4-inch, or $15.99 if you're not a Freedom member. 151510. Then we have the 2-inch version. So this is really, because of the popularity of the English paper piecing ones, we're doing different sizes for you, or Nicola is. £10.79, you get 2 templates in each one. Remember, the inside and the outside edge, 723811. And then the original traditional English paper piecing, which goes from 1 inch up to 2.5. There are some of the patterns that you can make with them, of course, as well. They make fantastic crosses. You know, you can do all sorts with them. Different coloured fabrics, you'll create different patterns. If you're making little houses, they're perfect. Beach hut's great. Garden shed's great, or just because you love the shape of them. $11.69 for the English paper piecing ones. They're probably going to go the same way as they did last time with a sellout. Over half the stock is now gone. We're not even halfway through the show. 187,478 for that.
I love the Hochanda guys. They keep me busy, don't they?
They do, don't they?
Because it's just me, you know.
Oh, is it?
This business is just me.
Just you?
Yeah, I have a few helpers that come along and give me a hand, but yeah, just me.
Just you.
So
just
I'll be really busy on Monday doing all your deliveries.
But it's great to see all the orders come in, though, isn't it?
Oh, it's amazing. I play top trumps when I'm doing the orders as well to see who's the furthest from me as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So all those Scottish customers, I'm like, yes. Sorry.
What's the furthest one so far? Do you know?
America.
Right. Because we do get a lot of
Yeah.
viewers in America, and if you, by the way, if you want to take advantage of the Freedom prices, in America you can join Freedom as well. I know we mentioned this a little bit, but if you go to the website you'll find out more. It's $19.99 for Freedom membership. That will entitle you to all the Freedom prices, and of course shipping and handling to America is taken care of, no cost to P&P. So well worth thinking of joining if you're watching this in America or Europe.
Yeah. Well, these you can do by hand, but today I'm going to show you how to do them by machine.
Okay.
So I've just taken my first pin out and placed it underneath my machine.
Yeah.
And I just start sewing. Oh, I've got a little stop stitch, I hope, unless something's gone wrong with my sewing machine. Sorry, I think we're going to have to start again on that one.
Okay.
It was working earlier. There we go. We don't mind things going wrong, do
Oh
we?
no.
We're just,
It happens. It's live.
No, my machine doesn't like this.
Oh.
Hey!
There we go.
Oh,
We're off.
did you hear my heart beating there?
Yes, I could
Oh.
hear something. Is that what it was?
It was my heart going, oh no, don't do this to me. So, as we come along, I'm taking the pins out. Very important. Actually, I'll take these centre ones out as well, so we don't need those in there anymore. We don't want to sew over our pins because it damages your needle.
Now, if you want the Christmas fat quarters, of course, I say that, there's only probably 2 of the fat quarters that are definitely Christmas. The one that you're using for the background there has got obviously lots of Christmas images on it, and there's a holly one, the white one. The others, though, can be quite generic because you've got like white dots on a red background. That doesn't have to be Christmas. But you've got 4 fat quarters for £12.79. There's only one option, so it's called modern, but there's one option available anyway. So,
Yeah.
and that's what you get. Oh no, they're not the right ones. That one,
That's
it.
the one.
That's the one. Because there were options previously, so that's the one you're going to be getting. You've got the bold check and the black and white check. You've got the red stars. You've got the white one, which actually doesn't look as if there's a pattern on there, but it's actually holly. It's almost like a watermark or hallmark. And then you've got the bold Christmas one as well, down on the bottom right.
So, this last line of stitching I've done isn't very good, but it doesn't matter. Nobody's going to look very closely, are they? And that's a good thing to know, that if you make a mistake, if you don't tell anybody where it is, nobody will know it's there. You know it's there.
You know it's there because you look for it. You know it's there, so you see it, but no one else will.
And what I'm doing, just to catch down the edges, I'm going one way and then coming back the other way. Oh, come on, machine. I think it's a bit temperamental today.
I think it's a little bit camera shy.
I think it is. Normally I don't have a problem with her. But she's playing up today.
Maybe it doesn't like the journey.
No. It was a good journey today. Traffic was amazingly.
Was it? All right.
Smooth. There was nothing. Here we go. So this is how nice and easy it is. So can you imagine if you get them all ready in advance, all pinned.
We've got, just over 2 months before the Advent calendar will kind of need to be out. Yeah, because 1st of December is...
Even if you made one a
2 months
day,
away. Yeah.
you'd get it done, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would.
So, there is my little pocket.
Can I show everyone?
Of course you can.
There it is. So there's number 1 of the Advent. Remember, it doesn't take long to make this at all.
No.
But what you do need, of course, is the house template, which is giving you that house shape. But yeah, and what would you put in there? Sweets, treats, mix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Jewellery. Maybe you wouldn't be able to put jewellery in all of the 25 pockets,
No.
but...
Or little notes with little promises.
Yeah.
Like, I'll do the washing up 5 times.
Actually, yeah, that would be a cool idea.
I'll do the ironing. I'm trying to give my husband hints here.
Yeah, he's watching in the green room, isn't he? It could be like thoughts of the day or anything like that. But yeah, maybe little sweets or little treats or whatever in there will be fantastic. So £12.79 gets you the fabric that we're using, the Christmas fabric. How many of those fat quarters would you need to do the Advent calendar, do you reckon?
I've got I've got the instructions written on the back. If we could get the instructions, I could let everyone know. But off the top of my head,
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll look at that when we take a short break.
Yeah.
Have a look at the website. I'll let you know how many fat quarters, if you want to make that advent calendar, you'll need in a second. There's the website, which has got everything listed, including that very popular light grey and dark grey letters of the alphabet fabric. That's going very fast. We've got the ever popular tonic forged scissors there as well. They're on still that fantastic Freedom discount. I think it's 25% off if you're a Freedom member for those scissors. We've also got the Daylight Company lamps as well. 35% off it is now if you're a Freedom member. If you have a little look on the website, you'll see them there. So that discount will be applied when you get to checkout. Daylight lamps there as well. There we are. Look, they proved popular earlier on. So if you're struggling with working in poor light, treat yourself to a floor-standing Daylight Company lamp for only $39.99. But that's got Freedom discount, of course, as well. Okay, now the 4-inch house template, 2/3 of the stock has gone. You are going to get with this, remember, instructions including how to make the advent, if you want to make the advent hanger. And you've got the numbers, of course, on the back as well. So there they all are. So you can trace around those and cut around those as well to get the fabric numbers. Is this the instructions you need for? There we are, Nicola, give that to you. There we go. So that's the 4-inch, if you'd like that. $15.99 gets you both, okay? And I'll hold up the advent calendar as well so you can see it. Doesn't have to be an advent calendar that you make, but you will get instructions with them. Sweets not included. They're going to go walkies by the end of the show, I can tell you. There we are, look, so there's your advent. There's 25 houses there. If you want to do 24, you can, but we've done 25. There we are, look, and we've just shown you how to make one of them. And if you don't necessarily want them widthways, you can make them just in one continuous line and have them maybe up the banisters or something like that. Or round a bay window or something.
Yeah, that would be really good.
So you could do them like this or do them in one long line. It's entirely up to you. So that's the advent. And of course, this is also being made out of the house templates as well, using that fantastic funky fabric I was talking about, the dark grey and the light grey with the letters of the alphabet. But how cool is that? And of course, the cross are 4 of the houses stuck together, joined together. That creates the cross. So lots of different patterns you can create with these. £14, 39 pence then for the 4-inch quilt as you go. And don't forget, you can make boxes, and boxes with lids as well, because look, the roof of the house is the base of the box. How cool is that? A fabric box. And do that in this size, and you can have a lid on it as well if you want. That could be a tissue box or something like that, couldn't it be? Or for your fat quarters. So those are the 4 inches. Next, we've got the 2-inch version available as well, which is just here. So if I just hold that up for you. Is that a 2-inch one? That's a 2-inch. There we are, look. Isn't that beautiful? And again, the multicoloured fabrics really kind of make the shape of the house stand out. And then, of course, you've got exactly the same shape with the monochrome, but you don't necessarily notice that so much. It's the bright ones that you notice, but really attractive, really lovely. Update on the stock on this? Half the stock is gone for the 2-inch, if you would like those. And here it is. So there is your inside and your outside template. There we are, look, labelled for you so you know exactly which is which from Daisy and Grace. £10.79 Freedom price delivered to your door for that price. Then we have the English paper piecing. Now, you're getting all 4 of these. 80% of the stock is gone. This is going to be another sellout. It's only 12:30. You've got the 1-inch, 1.5, 2, and 2.5. There we are. So you get all 4 of those. And just look at what you can do with the bigger ones. There's that box, look. Roofs of the houses are at the bottom, and then one on the top with a flap. Cool. Like it. £12.99, but Freedom members pay less than that. Of course, it's £11.69 if you would like those. 187478. Now, a reminder of the fabric for you. These are our fat quarters. So there they are. 4 fat quarters. That's 083197, £13.99. But Freedom members, of course, pay less because you have a Freedom discount on every item in the show because it's part of our Ready, Set, Sew event, which ends tomorrow night at 6. And you'll be in the draw by buying anything in the show, remember, for that brilliant price. There's the monochrome, black and white themed fat quarters, £12.59 delivered, and that's 174968. And then we also have my favourite, and I think these are going very quickly actually, light grey and dark grey with the repeat of the uppercase, lowercase, and also numbers there. £12.59, 351966 is your item number. Now, we also have the 5-inch patches available as well. These are just in front of me at the moment. I've got them here. Here they are. So all of these, we've got these available. What sort of price are we doing these for?
I don't know, actually. Oh, $13.99.
$13.99, but
Yeah.
actually $12.59 for Freedom members, and you get 40 5-inch squares.
And all those fabrics I used in this quilt.
Oh, right.
So all the fabrics in this, all the coloured fabrics are from these patches.
Oh, cool.
So you can see that they all work really well together.
Yeah, they do. So if you like making something like this, all multicoloured,
Nice
then
funky colours that all mix together.
31p a square, that is.
Is that all?
Yeah, for Freedom members, 31p a square.
Who did that maths so quickly?
Not me. Meg, my producer. But look, you can see how many houses you can get out of just one of
loads.
these squares. Look, that's only taken up probably about 1/8 of that square.
I had loads of those left. I used a pack to make that quilt.
Right.
And I had loads of bits left. Loads.
Okay.
I could have done 2 quilts.
Now, have we worked out how much fabric
Yes,
we need?
because I've got it all here. So thank
great.
you for giving me
That's
the
all right.
instructions. As you can see, you've got the normal instructions.
Yeah.
For the quilts you go, and then I've got instructions for the advent calendar.
Okay.
And I remembered to write how much she wanted. So for backing the fabric, in
Yeah.
total you need 1 metre.
Okay.
So that's 4 fat quarters,
Yep.
depending on what you want to do. For the main fabric and the wadding, at 110 centimetres wide, which is normal quilting fabric,
Yep.
1/2 metre, so
Right.
2 fat quarters. And for the pockets, you just need 40 centimetres.
Okay.
So you do need more than 1 bundle, but you can, if you're a quilter like I am, you could put all your fabrics together.
Totally.
You could put all your Christmas fabrics together and make a beautiful mishmash version.
Or if you have fallen in love with the Christmas fabrics and you
Yeah.
definitely want those, buy a couple of sets.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, and you'll be able to get
Exactly.
the advent calendar made out of that. So
Yeah.
brilliant. With
So
the 4-inch square.
I'll pop that there.
Okay.
So I'm going to hopefully try and show you how to make the box, how easy it is.
Okay.
So with the box, because it needs to have something firm in it to create the shape, I've used an iron-on interlining on the back of the main fabric, but I have cut the interlining as a square, and then I've cut the triangles, so there's actually a join in the interlining, so they're not joined, so that it gives that flexibility, because you need that to be able to bend over.
Okay.
So I don't know if you can see, but there's a line there that isn't joined.
Right.
So it's in 2 pieces and then fused on the back. And then it's the same process again. So if you missed the first time, I'm going to do it all over again.
Well, let me just quickly show you the box, because you look at that and you think, okay, it's a cube, so I just need squares. No, but the base is made up from the 4 triangles that make, of course, the roofs of the house. And then if you wanted to do like with the small little ring box I showed you earlier on, you can make another one out of the house and then have a flap over the top. But it's just great for, it's a fantastic idea for your fat quarters or anything really.
Yeah. So I'm going to just do this again. I won't talk you all the way through it. We can.
Oh, the 40 pack of 5-inch squares that I've just shown you is limited stock. You go for these very, very quickly. Basically, all the houses on this quilt in front of us here was made using these, and Nicholas still have plenty left over. So if you want these, they're about 30-odd pence each, or thereabouts. £13.99, limited stock, but it's not £13.99 for Freedom members. It's £12.59 for the lot. 45-inch squares.
I had great fun putting all those colours together.
I bet.
I got all my bolts of fabric out and I was playing with what goes together.
There's no repeats, is there? They're all different.
There's 2 of each one.
Oh, 2 of each one, is there?
Yeah,
All right.
so there's 20 different fabrics, but there's 40 squares.
Right.
So yeah, but I'd really tried to put some really funky fabrics together that weren't too feminine either, because, you know, it's quite difficult to find quilts for more masculine fabrics, which these black and white ones are amazing. If you've got some presents to make for boys, these would be really good. That you could show that actually, Dave. That is part way of my box. So I'm doing the 4th one, and then hopefully I can get it in there.
So it's the wadding that gives it its rigidity. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not stiff, but it's got a bit of shape to it. It will hold its shape.
I put wadding as well as interlining in this.
Right.
And so if you've got some nice heavyweight interlining at home, if it's not fusible, just glue pen it on, because it will get stitched in place. So,
Anyone that's into music, It's a great fabric because you've got musical notes, treble clefs on there as well.
Oh, you
And
see,
it's
you
like
know it. I don't.
It's like they're dancing across the fabric.
So you can sit in front of the TV with the tray on your lap, and you can just get these all ready in advance to iron, and then you can sit at your sewing machine, or you can hand sew them.
Right. Whatever you want to do.
Whatever. If you're more of a hand sewer, then this is a nice thing to do. And if I'm hand sewing, I just do 2 edges at a time. So then do the next edge. I don't go round and pin the whole thing when I'm hand sewing. I just do 1 or 2 edges at a time. So pin that in. Take those middle pins out. Move my pin. Turn over.
Get the iron.
Get the iron and give it a good press. It just helps when you're sewing to have that pressed edge. And then once I've pressed this, I'm going to get the sewing machine back up.
Okie dokie.
So, yeah.
Now you could have used obviously the glue that we had in the earlier show today, the blue glue pen, when Hazel was here earlier on today. So that pen will still be on the website if you want to have a little look at that. We did the show at what time was that? Was it 10 o'clock? 10 o'clock this morning you'll find that. And that goes on blue and it kind of dries clear. So you could use that glue if you wanted to instead of pins.
So I need to get my sewing machine ready.
Let me give you then details of the 40 pieces. There we are. The 40 pieces of fabric have now technically sold out. The last one's gone into someone's basket. Congratulations if you got it, and sorry if you didn't. We do still have lots of fat quarters still available though. The dark grey and the light grey letters and numbers, they are flying. They are ½ meters. If you want those, be quick for those. We'll give you details of those as well. I love this fabric. I think I can really see this being a cushion on my sofa, or a couple of cushions on my sofa actually, like that. I don't know why, but I just do. A bit different. £12.59 is your freedom price for 2 ½ meters in total. 100% cotton, dark grey and light grey. 351966.
So I just thought I'd get her going, as she's been a bit temperamental. And all we're going to do is sew along the line of the binding. So you're basically making a little mini quilt each time you're making one of these, because you've got your top fabric, your wadding and your backing. On this, I'm just going to go back, so that I'm doing the edges, so that the edges are all secure.
Okay.
And this is the beauty of quilt as you go. If you've not got the time, you're actually getting a quilt without all the palaver of making a top, putting the backing and the wadding together. It's all, I'd say, relatively quick, but it's all in one process. So.
And what you make out of them, whether it is a quilt or whether it's going to be a box or whether it's going to be an advent calendar, who'd have thought that a house shape could be so useful? Because, you know, you look at it and you think, okay, garden shed. You look at it and think, oh yeah, beach hut. But to make a box out of it, I'd never thought that.
Well, I didn't until about 4 days ago.
A eureka moment.
That's hot off the press. It was a eureka moment. Through all the madness of just getting all the templates ready and going, blah, you know, really, it was really boring. I came up with that magic moment. Yeah. And it was like the advent calendar, actually. The quilt on the table, the little houses table, I started doing that on my own, and then some of my girlfriends, we all sat round and stitched it together. And while we were stitching it, I said, oh, a house would make an advent calendar. And that was a few months ago. And we were all discussing how you could do it. But it took a little bit of time in my mind to get it dead right. And I got there in the end.
You did. And the advent calendar looks great. This quilt looks amazing as well.
Yeah. And the thing is, they're not just for Christmas.
No.
It's like that advert, dogs aren't just for Christmas. My quilting templates aren't just for Christmas. So that is finished, and I need to move my sewing machine again because there's some hand sewing now. So if I could move my sewing machine, that would be fabulous.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's show you the prize you could be winning. Because tomorrow, in Final Call at 5 o'clock, in the 5 o'clock show, I'm not sure who's doing the show tomorrow, but someone's going to be announcing the lucky winner of this bundle. This is worth £763. We've been putting you in the draw for this all week if you've been buying anything from our sewing shows. We've been ready, set, sewing all week. It started last week. Today and tomorrow are the final 2 days. So if you buy anything in one of our sewing shows, you'll automatically get entry to win this tomorrow. One person will win it and we'll announce who it is 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
I'm not very well prepared this time, Dave. Normally I have all my needles threaded and everything. I've not been very good.
Yeah, that's all right.
So I'll show you my magic trick again with a knot. Needle in this hand, thread in this hand, bring them together, take that thread, wind it round a few times, pull the needle through, got a knot.
Ah.
So that's just a little, I love to give you all little hints and tips. So I started sewing and I didn't explain what I was going to do.
Right.
So I have got 3 of the houses joined together and I've hand stitched these and I've used a ladder stitch, and that's what I'm going to be doing now. So I'm going to just put this one in the last section.
Okay. Can you do that knot again that you just did? Because
Yes.
Megan, my producer, said,
Let me cut that off.
my brain's catching up with that. I'm not quite sure what you did there. And
Okay.
it was so quick. Okay, let's do it again. So
I've cut the knot off.
Okay.
So we've got my needle.
So you want a knot at the end of your thread to stop it from going
So
through.
I've got my needle threaded.
Yep.
And at the very end, the air con's blowing the thread. So I take the end, put it between my thumb and my finger.
Yeah.
Bring the needle to my thumb and finger.
Yeah.
And I take this thread that is the end and wrap it round my needle 2
Like you're
or
doing
3
a French
times.
knot or something. Yeah.
Yep. Then push the needle, keeping hold of the knot in my finger and my thumb, pull it through.
Oh,
And
how
there
clever.
Is the knot.
Worth tuning in today for that, isn't it?
Top tip.
Top tip, absolutely.
Nicola's top tips. I'll have to have a top tips thing.
Yeah, you will.
Wouldn't I?
Nicola's top tips.
Can't say that when you're drunk. So I'm pulling that knot through and I'm just going to snip the end off. So the knot's caught in the end and I'm going to ladder stitch. So hopefully the overhead camera can catch this. So to start with, I'm just going to put a little knot in there and then I run the needle through and catch the other side, through and catch the other side. Now this is a great job to do while you're watching TV. So we just have a little chat.
Why not? 'Cause that's what we're doing. We're doing what you're doing at home, just sitting and watching TV.
Yeah. I've seen quite a few people at exhibitions and things, and I've told them I can see in their living room when they're watching me, you know. I've told them to make it a bit tidier when I'm on, you know.
It's a shame that's not true, really, isn't it? Because that would be quite good fun.
That would be funny, wouldn't it? We haven't had any photos come through this time. We had loads last time.
We haven't asked, I suppose.
No.
Well, mind you, we've had some emails as well. If you want to email in, there's still time. Hopefully we can, if we get any photographs, we can show them to you. Carol's emailed in.
Ooh.
She says, I highly recommend Nicola's template. They work so accurately and the designs are fantastic. She says,
thank you,
I had the
Carol.
pleasure of meeting Nicola at Purvey Castle?
Hever
Castle.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Carol.
And she took the time to chat even though she was busy. That's you though, isn't it?
That is me.
You take the time to chat, absolutely. Thank you for your email. That was Carol. Any more emails or pictures if you want to send in things that you've made? We'd love to see them. Sorry, I should have asked for that earlier on. studio@hochanda.com if you want to send in any pics and we'll see what we can do.
I would just wonder if anybody's made, because I had the little houses on a while ago and they sold out. I just wondered if anybody had been creative and made anything.
We can ask. Is this your only show today?
It is,
That's a
unfortunately.
shame.
Next time I'll be
if you
on.
send any pictures in quickly, we might have time to show them before the end of the show. If not, apologies.
So this is a lovely, calming job to do, and I'm trying to do it as quickly as possible.
And what stitch is this?
This is ladder stitch.
Ladder stitch, okay.
So I'm sure there are lovely YouTube videos if you can't catch what I'm doing here. Catch catch it on YouTube. I'm sure there'll be some on there. Maybe I should do one.
Maybe you should.
Maybe I should, because I have got a YouTube channel, so maybe I should do a ladder stitch. But you could whip over the top if you wanted to, because this is going in. This will be inside. So.
Okay. And Nicola, I've got to warn everybody, if you wanted the English paper piecing templates, which sold out last time that Nicola was here, it's going to go again. We're limited stock. Less than 10% of those remain. We have got the 4-inch and the 2-inch templates still, but they're going fast as well. But these are limited stock. 1-inch, 1.5, 2-inch and a 2.5-inch template for £11.69. Full instructions come with them as well.
You can't do the quilt as you go with those templates. That's purely for English paper piecing.
Yeah.
Because if you don't get your centre, dead centre, it doesn't work.
No. So that's why you need the quilt as you go, 4-inch and 2-inch templates.
So I've just got to, look, I'm not going to, this must be so boring for people, just sitting watching me sew.
That's all right.
Sorry.
So there we are, we're nearly done.
We are. Well, then we've got to put the sides, but I'll show you how to do that. Now, you could have done this base, if I'd thought about it properly, I could have zigzagged the bottom.
Right.
So you can use a zigzag stitch to seal the seams. Or if you've got a snazzy machine that has got some fancy stitches that will go over 2 edges, then that would be pretty good as well. Okay. So you could really go to town on these.
Well, while you're finishing that off,
let's
quickly remind you then of what else is in the show that you can go for. And also, of course, if you want to join Freedom, because it's a Freedom show, all our sewing shows are giving you Freedom discounts on everything that's in the show, okay? So if you want to join Freedom and you're in the UK, it is £6.97. It's 888 item number. Freedom membership is not just about saving on the postage, although that's a big part of it. Freedom discounts apply to certain products, and in this show, every item has got a Freedom discount price on it. You get a member's badge, and you get a monthly newsletter as well. And remember, unlimited standard delivery, and you can become a Freedom member in Europe and also in the USA if you would like to. It's $19.99 if you're in America, and you can do that on the website hochanda.com. And if you're in Europe, many European countries we can arrange shipping for, not a problem. That is €14. Is it €14.97? Yeah, €14.97 for European Freedom membership, okay? So, and then you don't have to pay shipping and handling wherever you are, in Europe or indeed in America or in the UK either. Okay, back with Nicola then. Now, the 4-inch house template, we're limited stock for this now. Less than 10% remains. You get the instructions how to do the advent calendar as well if you'd like to do that. Or you might want to do something completely different with it and not do the advent. It's up to you. Maybe you're looking at that, thinking garden shed, thinking beach hut, just houses, whatever you want to do with it. And also making quilts out of the shape as well.
If you've got lots of fat quarters, you could make an amazing scrappy quilt out of all your fat quarters.
Right.
So if you've got a stash of fat quarters, put them all into, make little houses. Well, these are big houses. And you can make an amazing quilt.
There's 7 left. The next 7 of you through will be able to get the 4-inch. That's all we have left.
Oh.
The 2-inch, if you want that, there's a few more of those, I think, available. There we are. So you've got the front, or the outside, and the inside. And like you said before, it's important that you've got that bit for the quilt as you go.
Because the centre is cut out, you can get the quilt as you go dead on, and you get your bindings nice and accurate. And you can make this, and this is with this 2-inch. This is that amazing little box.
That's great, I love that.
Wouldn't that be cute for a little present?
Absolutely. And do you have to hand stitch the sides on that as well?
You do hand stitch the sides. You can't actually get that under your sewing machine.
Right.
So that is hand stitched. And the little ones, you can do them on the machine, but a bit more fiddly.
Okay.
Now they're small.
These fabrics are in the show as well. If you went for that 40-piece set that we showed you a few minutes ago, that's what's been used here.
Some of those are in there, and some of the fat quarters that we got, the bright fat quarters, are in there as well.
And the black monochrome ones.
Black and white ones.
But it's those that stand out because they're bright. And you don't even really realise that they are the shape of a house. It's those that catch the eye, like beach huts in a row, aren't they? Really lovely.
But you can see that one is the 2 fat quarters that we've got.
Right.
And that one, and
I love it.
A few more in there.
And then if you want the English paper piecing, we're limited stock on that as well. Less than 10% of the stock remains on these. These are the 1-inch. There's your 1-inch.
Isn't that cute?
It is cute. 1.5, There's your 2, and then you get your 2.5 as well. So English paper piecing, that's what's been used here to make Nicola's laptop cover. I really like that.
Yes, so do I.
Really lovely.
Hands off.
Hands off, yeah, I know you're going to say that.
It fits my laptop. You're not having it.
I haven't got a laptop, you're safe. That's right.
When I was on before, Janice really liked the quilt behind me, but that's my husband's. He wants that when it's finished. It's work.
And I love what you've done there, just putting 4 of them in bright colours to really stand out. The rest of it's quite neutral.
Any bright colour. You know, you could use one of the brights out of my fat quarters. Yeah. That would be amazing.
So just an idea as to what you can do when you've got those fantastic English paper piecing templates. OK, are we carrying on down the counter? OK, let's go to our cushion then, our cushion kit. Now, there's 2 choices here. The choices really are, there's not much difference between them. You've got white backing or you've got cream backing. So that's the only difference, OK, whether you want that one or whether you want that one. The rest of the fabrics are the same. And you do actually get a 1-inch house template in with it, because that is what you use to make the design around here.
Isn't that just cute?
It's really lovely.
And it took me so long to get all those 48 fabrics, honestly. You wouldn't believe. Just to get the shading and get it dead right, it took me a long time.
And to get the quantity as well.
Yeah, 48.
Yeah, 48 of them.
So can you imagine, 48 bolts to get a tiny little bit. You
couldn't
do that.
They're all cut for you. They're the right size to, obviously, you just trim them to the shape of the template, but they've been cut virtually to the right size. £25.19, and that is choose from cream heart backing or white heart backing. 648169. Then we come on to our fabrics that you really spent a lot of time ironing, and I've just kind of scrumpled them all up for you.
It's fine.
Okay. Now this is what a fat quarter looks like. That's the sort of size. This is a lovely turquoise with white dots. You've got your lilac or purple with the stars. And then you've got the bright fuchsia with the white dots, which is gorgeous, and then the very busy floral, which is great. Yeah. Busy and bright, and really spring and summer.
Lovely, isn't it?
It's lovely, isn't it? Yeah.
And that's got all the colours in it. So it's got a bright pink, a turquoise, and a lilac. OK, so those are your fat quarters. We're down to the last minute of the show. This one, I'll show you these just folded up, actually, at the moment. Yeah. So there you've got your monochrome. With the lovely music. Yes, that music and the dots and the swirls. $13.99 if you want to have your black and white monochrome. 174968 your item number. That's $12.59 as a Freedom member. The festive, the Christmas ones, which we were using, of course, to make our fantastic nativity. Our advent calendar. Yeah. You've got the Christmas one, you've got the cream with the holly, you've got the stars, and you've also got the black and white check. Go for a couple of those, you'll have enough fabric then to do the advent. And then finally at the end, we've got the dark grey and the light grey numbers and letters, which I adore. I can see cushions on my sofa with these, definitely. I think I see a challenge there. Now, price if you're in the Freedom Club, £12.59 for both of those. They're half metres, they're not fat quarters. No, they're half metres. Thanks, Nicola. Good to see you. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Nicola will be back soon, I'm sure. If you missed the show, check out the website, hochanda.com. One day special is on the way. So Stamps by Chloe, the one-day special, really busy for that. Janice and Chloe are here next. Tara with So Lovely Weekend Wow after that. And then Royal Talon's Mixed Media Wash with Lou later.
Flexi order has arrived at Hochanda. What is Flexi order? When you place an item on FlexiBuy in your basket, you qualify for Flexi order, which means any other items you add to your basket will also be included in your FlexiBuy payments, so you can spread the cost over multiple monthly payments. After your first payment is made, your entire order will be dispatched. When you add at least £60 worth of any items to your shopping basket, either online or on the phone, you'll qualify for our Flexi Order offer. This means you can spread the cost of your order over equal monthly FlexiBuy payments, offering you the extra flexibility when you shop with us. Flexi Order, making your shopping experience with Hochanda easier.
Hello, my name's Stuart and I'm the Managing Director of Oakwood Archer. Oakwood Archer is a family-run business and my son and my daughter work very hard with me to bring the best craft items to you in the UK. We specialise in high-quality items brought into the UK from all over the world, including brands like Kaisercraft, Stampendous and Impression Obsession. Working with Hochanda is fantastic for us. It gives us the opportunity to bring all of these brands and all of these products from all over the world direct to you, the crafter in the UK. Our products include stamps, dies, papers, buttons, trimmings, ribbons and album making kits. Just about everything you need to be a good crafter. So please don't miss Oakwood Archer shows on Hochanda.
Hello, good afternoon. I've got Chloe, we've got the one-day special, and I think we're going to have a busy show because every show so far has been busy. Over 3/4 of a huge stock has gone, and we've had many sellouts on other items as well. So get comfortable. But if you get the one-day special in your basket, don't wait till the end of the show. Please, please do check out. Now, Chloe, if anyone's joined us and they've not seen you before, where have you been? Please tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got involved in crafting.
Yeah, so Stamps by Chloe and Chloe's Creative Cards started back in 2011, and it kind of started from my love of crafting. And I used to craft at home and I used to make cards, and I kind of wanted things that weren't out there, so I started to draw my own stamps. And it's just kind of grown from there. And now we do stamps, we do dies, we do glitters, we do embossing powders, and we're a small family-based company up in the northeast of England as well. So it's me, my mum, and my dad. So yeah.
Oh, it's fabulous. And your mum's here today, isn't she?
She is, yes, in the green room,
which is fantastic. Maybe we'll get your mum on air one day.
I very much doubt that.
Very much doubt it. We can try.
I think she'd say no.
Now, with the one-day special, it is an incredible price, it really is. You are getting so much for your money. £14.98, £424,449. Those are the details that you need to know. You can buy from us on the website. That would be the best way to buy because we do get very, very busy on the phones. But this is so special that Chloe's been working on this since February,
yes. Yeah. It's been a long time.
So talk us through what we're getting in this particular kit.
Okay then. So we are of course getting the fabulous box kit. You have got 75 projects all packed into a magazine. So you can see how you've got loads of different ideas in here. You've got contemporary ideas, you've got more traditional ideas. There's a real nice mix. You've got 75 projects packed into there. But not only are you getting the magazine, you are getting lots of goodies with it. So you are getting a die. This die cuts out but stays in the card, which means you've got like 3D die cutting. It is absolutely fabulous. So the die is going to cut out, it's going to stay in the card, then you're going to be able to lift all of the petals, lift all of the holly leaves, ink through the die as well, so you can use this in loads of different ways. Then just below that we have got the lovely 6x6 stamp plate. So in there you've got a stamp that matches up with the die. You've also got the individual poinsettias, you've got some baubles in there, you've got some smaller elements for building background, you've got a branch, you've got loads and loads of different stamps in there, and of course you've got sentiments as well. Then moving along, you've got an A6 embossing folder, which is fantastic for running through onto your card. Pop your gilding wax over that, pop your glitters over that, you can pop your paints over that, ink over it. There is loads that you can do with the embossing folder. Then moving along again, we've got the lovely stencil, which is a 2-in-1 stencil. So you've got quite a nice kind of large snowflake panel, and then you've got a smaller snowflake panel as well. And you can keep lifting these, keep lining these up to create a full border. And then moving along, we have got the lovely limited edition stamp, and that is as an extra treat for getting this box kit from Hochanda. So you have got this limited edition stamp. Once this stamp has gone, it will never be available individually. It is exclusive to the box kit. And again, you've got those lovely poinsettia designs which tie in with the box kit. And then just above that, we have got a beautiful pack of printed papers, toppers and sentiments. So there is loads and loads cram-packed into this.
Wow, there is a lot crammed into this. Now, this is going to be a great idea as a Christmas gift for yourself. You can go for more than one. Quite a few of you have been doing that, actually, taking advantage of the great price point that we've got. And because it's in that box as well, it's great to gift wrap because everything comes to you in that particular box. Just to show you a couple of examples of what you can make and create when you get this home and the way that the die works. I mean, this die here, I love this. The fact that we can just place this through and then simply pop the flowers out.
So this is what we're going to show you how to do in our first demo. So we're going to be using the stencil in the background and we're going to use the die as well. But look at the effect that then gives you. And it makes it so easy because the die and the toppers are doing all of the hard work for you. And you can really see the dimension there. Yeah,
you really can. Now, talking about that stamp that Chloe has designed exclusively for this particular package, limited run on the magazines. Once it's gone, it's gone. It's lovely. And again, you can use this as the focal point rather than putting it inside the card.
You definitely can. So using the embossing folder in the background there, and then that's one of the sentiment toppers too. So you've got all of this packed into your box kit. And all these that we're showing you are all projects that you've got the step-by-step instructions for too.
Yeah, step-by-step, easy to follow. And of course, once you know how to put together the cards, you can have your own inspiration. You can add that and you can make and create. And if anybody wants to make and create and sell, Chloe, using your stamps, using everything that's in the book, is that going to be okay?
That's absolutely fine. As long as you're handmaking and selling a finished product, that's absolutely fine. You can make and sell as many as you like.
Absolutely perfect. 426449 is your item number. We are very busy. Now, we do have queues on the phones. Now, we will get through your calls. We always do. But the best way to order would be the website. It means you can go and have a look at the other items we've got available for you in the show. And if you are buying any of the other items, some of which sold out in the previous show, if your basket comes to £60 or more, you can open up a flexi buy. Just giving you some more lovely examples here. I mean, I love that because it's a nice, simplistic but modern card.
Yeah, so that's just using the stamped elements from your kit. But you can see how the stamps with the papers, everything's coordinating absolutely perfectly together.
Yeah, love that. And again, if you want to go for more flowers, there's some great demonstrations in the earlier shows on how to make and create those flowers, just to add that extra detail, but also to add the sparkle, of course, with the embossing powders we've got on the show and the Sparkalicious.
Yes.
Oh, we did sell out of the Sparkalicious.
I think we might have one set left. We might have a handful of one left.
Well, that will be at the bottom of your screen. That is the one set of Sparkalicious glitters that we've got left. £19.99. You can never have too much glitter. Glitter up your cards, that's what we say, and make them sparkle for Christmas. Now, we also have a happy hour deal for you. And the happy hour deal is fantastic. Now, the price goes back up at the top of the hour. Guess how much for 3 project books? What? I didn't know it was that price. Oh, my goodness. £9.97. It kind of works out as a 3 for 2 because you are saving £5. You are getting issue 3, issue 4 and issue 5. That is an incredible deal. And they are award-winning. So if you do want to get hold of your happy hour deal, you do need to be quick because we're busy already for it as well. So you get all 3 books, so award-winning as well. What was the award that you won?
So we got Best Craft Project Book or activity book, I think it was, in the International Craft Awards. So yes, that was brilliant. And that was for issue 3, which is the one that we're just having a little look through now. So you can see how everything kind of mixes and matches in these. These are a lot more kind of in detail with the instructions compared to the magazine. You've got one card and one project per double page spread. But these are fantastic. So giving you lots and lots of inspiration. You've got loads of projects within here as well. So you've got 2 everyday books and 1 Christmas book. And these are totally different projects to what are in your box kit as well. So maybe you've collected some of our stamps in the past, this would be a really nice way to start your inspiration. Or as well, you can take ideas from them and adapt them to what you've already got. So you can use these in loads and loads of different ways, but they are a fantastic way to just get some inspiration and kind of get crafting at home.
Oh my goodness, it is stock limited and time limited. A quarter of the stock has gone already. £9.97 for, oh my goodness, for this happy hour deal. Go for it. What a great Christmas gift. All lined up, all in one go today. Right, back to the one day special. Let's take a look at the one day special. Excuse me. And that is approaching 80% of the stock gone. Again, Our phone lines are busy. We're getting through the calls. The best way, the quickest way to order is through the website. But let's take a look at the magazine itself.
Okay then, so if we just have a little look, on the first page here you can see we've got what's in your kit. So you can see how we've got the die, we've got the papers, we've got the embossing folder, we've got the stencil and we've got the stamps. And what we've then done is kind of focused in on each element and then kind of broken it down and given you projects using each of these. So if we go on a little bit further, you can see we've got some projects featuring the dies here, using them in lots of different ways. So showing you how you can just use the die by itself, using the die with the stamps, using the die with the toppers as well. So you can use these in loads of different ways. Then moving on, we've got some more traditional projects too, which are fabulous. And again, you've got all of the materials that you're going to need. And then we've got all of the step-by-step instructions as well. And if we just have a little flick further through, we've got some sentiments here as well. So showing you how you can create the sentiments as the focal feature of your card. Really, really pretty, and using different shapes as well, so showing you different kind of styles and shapes of cards too. Then we focused on the stencil, so using the stencil in different ways, inking through it, glittering through it, using your texture paste through it. Loads and loads of different ideas, using your starlight paints as well. We've got some off the page projects as well, so kind of some Christmas gift items. So we've like got a wall hanging in here. We've got some beautiful gift boxes as well, which are fabulous. And there's actually instructions as to how to do a candle as well. So loads and loads of ideas. You've then got a little behind the scenes sneak peek as well.
Who's this?
This is Rodney and this is Sunny. So these are two of my dogs. Millie wasn't in the photo, I'm afraid, but that's two of them there. So they were helping at the unit pack the orders.
Oh, bless, they're lovely.
So there's loads and loads of inspiration here. We've even got some winter birthday cards as well. So this isn't all Christmas. And as well, this is a limited run. So once the box kit has gone, it's gone. It's not something that we're going to be able to bring back. We've then got to focus on more traditional colour themes, using the stamp and die together, using it in lots of different ways. And if you maybe got some of our releases from this year too, there are projects in this magazine using those as well.
Wow, so comprehensive, isn't it? You've worked so hard on getting this out, and that's why it's going to be an absolute pleasure to get or to give as a gift for somebody. All those wonderful cards that you can make and create for your dad, or maybe your brother, or maybe your son. Maybe your son's got a birthday coming up, or you want a special Christmas card for those people in your lives. Again, get this home, start making, start creating.
Definitely, and there's lots of different styles in here as well, and lots of different ideas. So in my first demo, we're going to be using the stencil, the die and the papers from the kit.
Perfect.
Okay.
So let's take a look at that. You can, of course, always watch the shows again on Rewind. They're on the website for about 2 weeks. So when you get this home, you'll see your magazine, you'll go through it step by step, but you can craft with Chloe if you want to. Now, our happy hour, oh my goodness, happy hour, which are the 3 books, are now limited stock. I knew they would be. That is such a great deal, it really is. Oh, it's gone. I was going to show you one, but I'm not going to now. They're all in baskets. I'll put these over there so it will not tempt me to pick them up. Please do check out your baskets. Now, 2-minute queues on the phones for the one-day special. We'll get through your calls. And it's 80% gone. Now, we've got something extra special through this show. We're going to give away a card. Is that okay?
We are, yes. So it's going to be one from our previous show, which I've put somewhere very safe. Did have it to hand.
And now we can't find it.
And now I can't find it.
We will find it before the end of the show.
We will.
Oh,
there it is.
Oh, right in front of us.
Straight in front of me, see? Put it somewhere really safe. So we'll give away this card during the hour.
Yeah, and all you need to do is go onto our Facebook page and just give us a shout out. Tell us why you would like this particular card, and then we will pick a winner at random at the end of the show, and you will get this sent out to you. So it'd be lovely to hear from you. If you've got any questions or any inspirations you want to share with us, we had plenty in the show before, please email in at studio@hochanda.com, and we will announce the winner of that at the end of the show. So good luck, everyone.
Right, fabulous. Okay then, so what I've done is I've got some white card and I've just taped my stencil into place. So I've taped it on the back here and then taped a little bit down the side and a little bit here, just so I don't kind of ink it to put too much paint through. Okay then, so what I'm now going to do is take a little bit of paint. So these are the Starlights paints, and I'm just going to use a tiny bit of and pop it onto some cut and dry foam.
Now, Angela
Like
emailed
so.
in,
Yeah.
and she wanted to know what cut and foam is.
It's basically like
foam is?
an uninked ink pad, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So it's a Ranger product. I'm sure you'll have this on the Hochanda website. And you can use it to apply inks onto your projects, or like I'm using it now to apply the Starlights paints through my stencil here. So I'm just using this to sponge through, like so. Just a little bit there. And then I think we'll add a little bit of a paler lilac as well. Just going to pick up a little bit more colour. I use these paints all the time. These will be on the website. So these are the Imagination Crafts Starlights.
I love them, yes.
They are
Starlights
beautiful.
Are beautiful.
Okay, I'm just going to work that in a little bit more. And then we're just going to stencil through here. So I'm kind of using the more lilac-y tones with this one. A little bit more there. And you can just kind of build your colour up.
Yeah. Like
so. And then we'll use a little bit of the blue colour as well. And I just have to pop the end of this paintbrush in, but it'll all blend together, so it'll be fine.
Is it easy to clean the stencils?
It is, yeah. Just pop them straight into some water, and then that'll just lift the paint off.
Can we use them with texture paste at all?
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah.
Texture paste, sparkle pastes, these are going to work fabulously. Okay, so we're just going to ink through. Well, not ink, kind of, I don't know what you call this because it's a paint. Okay, so we're going to lift this off, and then when we peel this away, you will see how we've then got the little snowflakes transferred onto our card. But look at the sparkle that you're then getting from the Starlight paints. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give that a really quick blast with my heat gun, because I need to line my stencil up to do this little section here.
Okay.
So we'll just blast that over, and as long as we get that about touch dry, which that is, we can then take our stencil, and hopefully my paint hasn't gone through. If I was at home, what I would do is kind of clean my stencil up, like in between.
Would you?
Yeah, but just for the TV, we'll just tape it straight back down into place. Pop a little bit of tape just on the back there as well. Then that's just going to hold it nicely. Okay, so then we'll ink up with our paint again. So a little bit of paint under the cut and dry there. Use a little bit of this, and you want to try and make sure you don't have to kind of too much paint on the cut and dry foam as well. You just need a little bit on there. Kind of mix it all in together as well. So then you can just start to stencil through. What I should have done is popped a little bit of tape along there as well. Then it would just stop me over inking the edge. But I think we've just about got away with that. Perfect. So you can see how we've lined that up to create the little border going across the top there. What I would do at home is I'd have lined it up just a fraction closer, and then that would have meant that you wouldn't have had that gap in the middle, but just with that not being quite dry,
yeah,
I didn't want to kind of smudge it too much.
I don't think you can notice that too much, but I guess you
No,
can.
but I know.
Yeah.
So what I've then done is I've taken a piece of the candy stripe paper, and we're going to stick this along the bottom. So I'm going to use the purple side of it with this card. So we've got kind of a lilac-y theme going here. So that's then going to go down onto there, like so. And then we've got a little border, which again I've taken from the paper pack, and we're just going to use that to go along here to kind of tie the colours all in together.
Now, just to let you know, we do have those queues on the phones again. It's 3-minute wait. If you do have access to the internet, that would be a good place to go. Head to the internet and just click on the items, the order that you need, and then check on out. Just to let you know, if you're on the phone waiting, we are getting to you, but you do have to wait at the moment 3 minutes.
Right, now what's really cool with this paper as well, the candy stripe paper, I want to show you this technique, is if you've got some sparklicious glitter, I'm using Frozen, which we did have yesterday and unfortunately it has gone. You can take your glue, and the lines of the candy stripe, you can you don't have to be too neat with this. You can just trace roughly.
And that will dry clear, will it?
So yes, it will dry clear, and then the glitter will shine through. So if you're at home, you can obviously take quite a bit more time than I am here, but you can add your glue.
And again, you're not being too precise down the lines because you don't need to be.
I mean, that one was quite a way off, but you know, it'll be fine. We'll just work along. Just pop in the glue on.
And then you're going to add the sparklicious
and then I'm
on
going to
top.
add the glitter over the top.
Glitter, yes.
So you will then get like glittery candy stripes on your project. Actually, do you know what I've just thought about this? Where I've just done this. Do you know if you had some red liner tape?
Yes.
That was like the same width as those stripes.
Didn't like to say.
You could have just covered the stripes in red liner tape
and then
put the glitter on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I never thought of that, and I've used glue. But if you had that at home, you could do that, definitely. Okay then, so what we'll now do is take the frozen glitter, sprinkle this over, and I have actually got a finished one. It was at the front, but I think we've shown it now, so it might be in the shown pile.
Okay. Oh, is there a shown pile?
The ones that are like upside down.
Oh, well, that's now I know.
But they're on the end on top of the box, I think.
That one, yeah.
But you can just see, that is the one there. So then you can see the difference that they make. So when it dries, this is the kind of finish that you're going to get.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter that you're not exact. In fact, it's better if you're not too precise.
Exactly.
I think that is gorgeous.
Then what I've also done on that one is I've traced around the edge of the snowflakes and put the frozen glitter on as well. So just using my glue, just followed the lines and then pop the frozen glitter over.
Love that, and the glue
so
will
you can
dry
use that
clear.
as well.
Perfect.
Yep, exactly.
That's
okay
gorgeous.
Then. So that's kind of where we're going with this card. It's going to be a bit of a variation on a theme. So I'm going to pop that out the way because that's got paint on. I'm going to put that there so I don't touch it, and then I'm going to take my topper in. So this is one of the toppers from the paper pack, and I don't know whether we could maybe just pass the paper pack in and I could show you the sheets of toppers that you get. So your toppers come from this paper pack here. So if we maybe just have a little look through the papers. So we've got this lovely kind of Christmassy paper with the poinsettias on, and then we've got the lovely aquas, we've got the blues in here, we've then got some sentiments. Oh, turn that around so it's the right way. There we go. We've got some sentiments in here as well, and we've got those lovely candy stripes in all the different colours, so you can see those there. And then we've got these topper sheets, and these are fabulous. So these are what we're going to be using in this project. So you get 4 on a sheet. Then moving through, we've got the sentiments, we've got some individual poinsettias that are all cut out and coloured in for you. We've got some sentiment plaques, we've got some lovely pink snowflakes. That's quite a subtle one, so I don't know whether you'll quite pick that one up at home. And then the next one, we've got kind of the really pretty snowflakes in the blues and the lilacs. Then we've got the aqua snowflakes, and then the final one is a lovely purple snowflake one.
Oh,
so you can see how it's all coordinated, but you're getting 2 of each.
Yeah.
So that means you're not worried to cut into them. You've got more than enough to use there.
Perfect. And that's included on your one-day special. It's fabulous, isn't it? So much value for money. You're getting the magazine, and you're also getting that £50 worth of accessories as well. All for £14.98.
So then you can see how your die is going to line up perfectly on top of the toppers. So you can just place that down and then tape this into place with a little bit of removable tape. Then we're going to grab our plates in for the Gemini. And this one is the poinsettia that we're using that you're getting in your box kit.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're going to run this through.
Great, we could just leave it to go through.
I know, we can just leave it. I always feel I have to catch it though, like just in case, you know. Okay then. Of course, we could have reversed it in the Gemini.
Yeah, you can.
But we'll just catch them. They're at the other side. There we go. Okay then. So if we just... Oh, I've put a little bit too much tape on there. Taped it to the plate. Never mind. Right. So we'll carefully remove the removable tape, which isn't so removable. Try and do that a little bit carefully. There we go. I think it's because it's been left in the van overnight. It's kind of... Oh, no. Okay, then. So, little moral of the story here.
Go on.
Always clean your die if you've ran it through with ink afterwards, or you'll end up with lovely pink poinsettias like this. Okay, then.
Oh, I think that looks nice.
It's an interesting look.
Yes.
So you can see how these will then just lift up, okay, and you're getting this lovely 3D die cut finish on your project. Okay, so we can just wear around lifting these up. Okay,
Love that.
and then we'll pop that to one side. And we've got a bit of the pink pattern paper that I'm going to just stick down onto my card blank.
I think that pink works, you know.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I really want to cut another one out and stick it on the top.
I can tell. I can tell. I'm feeling the vibe.
Did I hide that well there?
Yeah. But no, actually like that. If I looked at that for the first time, I wouldn't think anything.
Well, we are, look at this, and I've used a pink patterned paper.
Yes.
Like maybe it might all come together in the end. Right. So then we're going to take some foam pads and just stick these onto here.
Just some.
Just some. It's quite a big piece of card though. I want to make sure it's well stuck.
I still want you to go for the world record of putting foam stickers down and then pulling them off within a short period of time.
We'll have to find find out more details.
I think it would be just incredible at that.
Right, so then we'll pop this down onto our card. Okay, and then we're going to pop a bit of mirror card at a slight angle.
Yeah, you could do the world's biggest greeting card.
Yes, we could maybe do that. Right, so take the backs off the foam pads. That's going to go on at a slight angle. I'm going to add our topper onto there. So just using a little bit of 3D foam. It's going to go onto there. A little one in the corner. And then just a couple down the side. Okay, so I'm just going to take the backs off these. And that one's going to go onto there, and then we're just going to take the backs off these. And then that is going to get stuck down onto our card.
You see it works?
Yeah.
That pink works?
Yeah, kind of. Okay, so then what I'll do to finish that off is just add a sentiment. So I'm going to bring this one in, which was my finished one. And you can just see how lovely that then looks and how all of the colours tie in so nicely together as well. So you've got the lovely lilac poinsettias, you've then got your stencil across the top, you've got your lovely candy stripe background, and you've got the borders on there. So all just using your elements from the box kit, and you can see how perfectly they all work together.
Yeah, some lovely ideas there. And of course, when you've got the box set home, when you've got the magazine, you're going through it, you can see all the projects. You can work with it with friends, with family, you can work with it on your own, and then you've got the idea, the basics of how to do it, and then you can start to make and create it differently each and every time. But over 80% of the one-day special has gone. Now, it is on extended delivery on October the 4th, and the reason for that is...
It doesn't actually go on sale until October the 4th, so you are getting an extra little sneaky preview here at Hochanda, and you're guaranteeing that you're going to get a copy, which is fabulous.
Yeah, it certainly is. But you'll only guarantee it if you check out your basket, so please do that for your one-day special. Now, let's take a look at some more items that are on the show, and we're... This is beautiful, right? Doesn't surprise me. Limited stock now on this set. Love that snowfall. You can use it at the side of a card, at the top of the card, at the base of the card. You could use it on repeat across a card as a background. That lovely, gorgeous dough as well. So, so beautiful. £13.99. Limited stock though, 111767. Then we've got the holly wreath, another favourite of mine as well. When you see the cards that this makes and creates, it looks absolutely divine. There's a freedom price on here as well, £11.69. That includes your P&P. You've also got those lovely candy canes on there and the sweets as well. 245881 if you want to go for that stamped duo. Now the only set of Sparkalicious glitters left are these, £19.99. So if you want to get a hold of them, they are limited stock, 055282, and they really are sparkalicious. Oh, I thought we were going to see Chloe. I thought we were going to do a close-up of Chloe's face on the magazine. And then you came to my... Yeah, that's better. That's what I was going to say, sparkalicious. There you go. It is, it's fantastic. And Chloe has put so much work into this magazine, and the team have worked as well with the samples and bringing you all of those projects. 75 in total. You've also got some really nice pieces in the magazine about the family and a diary entry as well at the back where she introduces you to all of the team. Oh look, there's a prize that you could win, £500 worth of stuff. Woohoo! Right, so included in your one-day special, of course, is the magazine, but in the box you also get £50 worth of extras as well. You have got your die that cuts into the card, and then you can pop those flowers out. Really making a difference to your card making, and also allowing you to do that with one run through the die. You don't need to fussy cut those out afterwards. The die will cut them out, and then it will give you that perfect effect. So you get that included. You also get, down the front, we've got the set of stamps. You've got your poinsettia stamps there. Now those, you could actually turn those into feathers if you want to, which are beautiful. You've got Merry Christmas in there, wishing you a wonderful Christmas time, and you've got your lovely embellishments, your snowflakes included. Then we've got your embossing folder as well. Love that. Again, with that lovely poinsettia image, but that could be a flower throughout the whole entire year, because you can just use different colours and colour it how you wish. You've also got your stencil as well, and you saw Chloe using the bottom part of that stencil to make and create the previous card. So you can see you could use that, use it with your texture paste, use it with your gilding wax, use it with your inks as well. It's going to look fabulous and add so much to your projects. And then we've got a stamp that Chloe has put together, created. It's limited because it's limited to this particular bundle, so no one else will get hold of this but you. Sending wishes for a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And then you get those papers, of course. You get 2 of each design. You also get some great toppers on there, some lovely colours for you to work with. And the great thing is, when you get this out of the box, when you start playing with it, you've got everything there to make and create those wonderful cards. So you won't need to reach out and grab anything else. Everything coordinates. Your cards will be like the cards that Chloe's making right here on Hochanda. £14.98. It's not limited to 1 per person. Take advantage of that. This is going to make a great Christmas gift. When somebody gets this home, it's going to be easy for you to wrap. When somebody gets this home and opens it up and keeps opening it and keeps opening it and keeps opening it, they'll see all of those gifts inside and they'll think you've spent a lot of money on them. But the true value of this comes from the cards that you can make and create, following those step-by-step instructions, those step-by-step directions that are in the magazine, so you can make and create some fantastic projects. This is using the stamp, which is exclusive to this particular deal, making it a focal point for the actual card itself. Here's another delightful card. Love this, using the elements of your box set, but also using some additional elements that are available on the website if you want to head for those. You could make the larger cards, or what's on trend at the moment are the smaller cards as well. And I think these are really, really sweet. And again, you could add your sentiments to the inside. You could just write what you want, but the main focal point being on the front of that card. 75 projects for you to make and create, and of course share with your family and friends as well. £14.98. It is a corker of a deal, but we are very, very busy. Now, if you're headed to the website and you're adding anything else into your basket might come to £60 or more. If it does, then you can pop that into a flexi order, which means we'll split the cost into 2 for you. If you're a Freedom member, then it's going to be a delivered price as well. So 2 equal payments if your basket is £60 or more, making it affordable. And what it does for you, I mean, a lot of you may have just been paid, it's been payday. You might have a certain amount of money that you allocate to your crafting stash each month, but you're seeing stuff that you want now. So why don't you get it and just split the cost and use your allocated amount of next month, because we will split the cost. Sometimes I have no idea what I'm saying, to be... I hope that made sense. I was kind of running to the end of that thinking, was that making sense? I hope it does. I hope it does. Am I making sense, Chloe?
Yes, you're making perfect sense.
Thank you. Thank you. And you're making perfect sense as well. And if you want a chance to win the card that Chloe made in the previous show, then all you have to do is add a comment onto our Facebook page, and we'll be picking a winner at the end of the show. And here we go. Now, we've had Kath's been in touch with the show, Linda, Julie and Sandy, and they're all very, very excited to get their box kits and maybe win this card as well. Right, Chloe, what we're going to take a look at?
Right then, so we're going to use one of the other stamps that we've got on the show. So I thought we'd use the holly wreath, because I love this stamp and I'm going to show you how to decorate it up for Christmas. Okay then, so I've got a square white card here, and I've got my clear embossing ink pad, and I've got my holly wreath stamp. I'm going to ink this up. Okay, and then we're going to place this down and press. We're going to pop this into the centre of the card. Okay, and then we're going to sprinkle some wow powder over. So this is from the winter collection, which is out of stock at the moment, I'm afraid. Now, I'm breaking one of my own rules with this, with the wow powder.
Are you?
Because I have put it in a Tupperware pot, which you should not do at home. You should always keep them in the little jars.
Really?
Yes,
Why?
because the jars are treated for anti-static. So by keeping them in the jars, it keeps the static out of the powder. So by me doing this, it's actually put some static into the powder.
What does that do?
So it means you get less stray flecks on your card, so you don't necessarily then need to use an anti-static bag. I always do because I tend to have like ink on my fingers.
Yeah.
You know, we're crafters. So yes, but you should always keep them just in the little wow jars. Okay.
There you go.
But to be honest with you, this was my sample pot, and I kind of just got it in a good seal bag.
We'll let you off. We'll let you off.
So I've kind of broken the rules a little bit.